So this is my Audi TT and I'm slowly transforming it into my dream car. I upgraded the wing mirrors and got an exhaust fitted from the exhaust company. I've now fitted some aftermarket wheels and a massive wing that came from China. But there's still a lot of work to be done to make this into my dream car. And that's where today's video comes in. I've ordered more stuff from China to transform the look of this car. And this is what I've ordered from China to fit to the car. It is, of course, a brand new front grille that's going to look so much better than the one that's currently on there. I love how whenever you get stuff shipped from China, they absolutely just demolish the thing with tape. I don't know why they put so much tape on, but hopefully it means that the package inside is nice and safe. Let's get this unboxed and see what it looks like on the inside, because I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited. I have already dropped it on the corner of the coffee table, so it's there's already a hole here we can start from. Why do they use so much tape on these? I honestly don't know. Oh, it's like me on Christmas Day, like just like leaving it open.
I'll be the dad in the corner that's collect.
Have you got the bin bag ready? Like, oh, there's another layer. It's like past the parcel. Because there's like two types they seem to sell. There's one which is like very much looks like an aftermarket one, and there's one that looks more like the RS style, like OEM one. And this is more, I think, like the RS OEM one, which I think looks better. Oh no, is that a clip? Is that a bit of plastic we need? That's a great start. Hopefully that clip's not important. It's this bit here on the side. Well, with that great start, and it definitely not being my fault the clip broke, it's time to fit it to the car, and to do that I need to take the whole front bumper off. So in order to make it easier getting the front bumper off, what I'm going to do is actually jack the car up first at the front, and then we can get to the screws that are underneath a bit easier. Okay, with the car jacked up in the air, we can now think about getting the bumper off, and to do that I've actually got some slave labor with me today, and that is Charlie.
Many beers it's going to cost.
Yes. Open this up. There is, I believe, Torx bits in here, T25s, pretty much all the way through here to get the wheel arch off of the bumper, and then you can take this whole cover off. So it should be fairly straightforward to get the whole bumper off. That's what we say. Fingers crossed anyway. Hopefully it is straightforward.
10-minute job.
This came off, and then this thing literally just pulled straight out.
Easy. This is definitely our first time doing it. I didn't mess up the recordings.
And then T30s on the like front bumper bit. Should literally just the whole thing pull away from the car. Then we can worry about the clips on the actual grille that are holding it in.
Should we just close the bonnet real quick?
And then never to be opened again.
Yeah, that's fine.
A little pinch and swivel technique.
I was just thinking ratchet ASMR.
Yeah. And there's, oh nice, there's like half the forest in my front bumper. That's nice. If you're wondering why I only have one glove on, it's because currently I have two left-handed gloves, so I'm just do you want to join me in Michael Jackson action? There you go.
Thanks, man. I feel honoured.
Me and Charlie worked tirelessly to get all of the bolts undone. There was a lot because you had the wheel arch liner, you had the ones from the bonnet end, and I also was taking off the whole under tray because I also wanted to do an oil change while the car was up in the air. So it did take a while, but eventually we did get there. Hopefully we've taken enough stuff off now that we should just be able to pull it out. It should just be clips holding it in. It's always like the little wiggle technique, isn't it? Oh, I got one clip unloosened here. That's another one. This is pretty loose on this side. How you doing your side?
None. I don't want to pull it too hard.
It's probably because it's not your car, so you know, like,
well,
you're being gentle.
That's the thing, yeah.
Whereas I'm just like, get off. There you go. See?
Oh, yeah. Is it worth you getting some of that bubble wrap that's in there and we can lay it on there?
Yes, yeah, good shout.
Well, you done me and you better you gonna try to beat you, but you're so hot that I'm melted. I fell right through the crack. Oh, I miss my Scirocco.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
The final thing to remove before we can get the bumper off is actually a little clip in the bottom right hand corner, which I believe is for the crash detection system. Once that was done, it could actually finally come off the car.
So we just, can you see these bits which are attached to the wheel arch, but they're also attached on the under tray part? You could definitely just remove them from the under tray part. That would have been easier, I think. Oh well, it's off with the bumper. Doesn't really make much difference. And there's the forest in my car. There's a whole feather. I did run over a dead pigeon a few weeks ago. That's probably what that is.
Good. And just in case you needed to know, this was the clip.
The clip's down there.
It connects into.
So we got it here resting now. See a better view from the back side where there's literally just a few screws and clips holding it in different places. So we took all the screws out along here. Charlie's saying there's just hopefully some clips just holding it in now. If we give it a wiggle, do you want to wiggle it on your side as well?
I think it's a latch.
Now this next step in the process just takes a hell of a lot of patience and just careful unclipping each little part. Now to start with, we took the top bar off, as you can see in the video. Once that was done, we removed any screws that we could possibly see that were maybe holding the grille in. We then had to remove the foam bar that goes across. Now I believe that's part of the crash detection system. Once that was removed, it was just a case of trying to wiggle it and pry it free with a screwdriver, etc., to get it removed fully from the bumper.
As you probably just saw in the time lapse, we managed to get all of those clips undone. It was really difficult, but once we got one done, I think the rest then kind of sort themselves out. It should literally just...
Haha.
Look at that. How is the, oh, I just realized, how is the actual, this must be like double-sided stickiness. There's no screw holes on, like there's no screws going through the license plate.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just to give you a little comparison, that is the old one you can see with the license plate on. This is the new one, and you can see it's got a license plate holder on here. I'm actually going to take that off because you can buy these ones that push fit in, so the license plate can get pulled out and in. So if I want to take photos without the license plate, it'll be a lot easier because this thing won't come on and off. That's the plan anyway. I showed earlier in the video that this was snapped off, this piece here. We super glued it, and I've taped it just so the super glue has time to fix it in place. You can kind of see where we've just super glued along there where it cracked. I don't know if it's needed, but I'll let you know later in the video.
It's the guides, kind of. So
Right.
even though it's snapped, everything will still hold itself together.
It will still hold in, they're just the guides so you know it's level.
I'm going to probably jinx it by saying this, so I hope we can just line it up and just push.
Why is it so why is it like about to fly off? Just off it goes into the sunset, like never to be seen again.
It's weight reduction. It's lighter than the last one.
It is lighter than the last one.
So that's another 100 horsepower at least.
There we go, yeah. Right, let's give this a go at lining up then. Oh, has it got to go behind? These flappy bits, you haven't got yours up at the
No,
moment.
not mine on.
So mine's got to go behind, and then we can sort your one out to go on top after.
Yeah, I was trying to line it up with the white bits up here.
I can see the clip on this side. It's so easy to line up. That's where it's meant to go. If I clip this in now, up here, that's got to go a lot higher up.
Yeah.
Like a lot higher up. I think you've got to trim all along here.
Just to let it come forward. I keep looking here, but...
Yeah. You can see, I think the grille is actually now going to sit a lot lower. We need to do some more test fitting. Either way, what I'm going to do now is just go get a cloth and clean all of this dirtiness so that it's clean before we start trying to clip it in. Right, in order to get it to fit, it kind of gets in the way of this very bottom bit because it's designed for a TT RS bumper. So we've got to cut basically a line all the way along here, and then we should be able to still fasten it down fine. But I'm going to use the Dremel, hence the lovely safety attire. Should go all right. Fingers crossed. Don't you love the smell of burning plastic? Sounds like a very angry wasp. There goes the cutting blade.
Well, at least we've got spares.
And that's why we wear safety glasses.
Yes.
Oh, that's very hot.
I could have told you that one.
I hate this Dremel. It takes like 10 minutes then to load a new one. I'm very tempted to get the angle grinder, but we aren't that far now.
I don't even know if we have any more discs, I do it.
That's why they probably supply you in this kit with like 2,000 discs.
Oh, you've got loads.
Yeah, there's literally like a whole stack. If it's not done with 2 more discs, I'm getting the angle grinder.
Using the angle grinder was definitely a lot easier. Once that was done, it was just a case of getting the new grille fitted to the bumper.
Right, so while you're gonna wash that up ready for the vinyl.
Yep, the crash bar needs a good wash so we can get vinyl, so otherwise you'll see the really crappy looking metal through the grill. We don't want that.
Speaking of the grill, it is on.
It is.
Mostly. Nathan managed to get pretty much all of them back in with the clips. It's just these two bottom ones down here because they're meeting so... It's almost like the holes that they're meant to go in aren't quite wide enough or lined up right. We've got them on, it looks fine, I'm not concerned about it going anywhere. Yeah, we just couldn't get them all the way through. Obviously these ones you can see have clipped in. These are not all the way through, but it should be fine. And from the front, it still looks pretty mint. Maybe once we get some screws back in it, it will kind of force it through a bit more and snug it up. We're just gonna wrap that first and then get this back on and all put together. And it should be good to go.
Okay, so we're just trying to get the clips lined up. This should slot underneath the metal bit. This is how we took it out. So if we line up these two on either side. Right, mine's getting, oh, yep.
I don't know if mine's caught on something here.
Mine's through.
Oh, there we go.
The fitment here just needs to be sorted and that should bring it closer to the headlight. So there's clips around the side. It's got to be pulled more towards me.
Yeah, yours has come out a bit more here.
Like that. There we go. There you go. I knew it was just a bit of a smack. There we go. And then this bit's sticking out slightly, but that'll be held in with a screw. Headlight screws in first, which are
the really long boys.
One of these, is it not?
It was the really, really long boys.
These, so I've got my one.
Yeah.
That goes in. So that is the new grille fitted onto the car, and it wasn't without the help of my lovely slave labour from Charlie.
Beers needed.
So please go and subscribe to him as well, because he's got his own channel that you can follow along with. That's not it though yet. I'm going to quickly give the car a full clean over and show you the final kind of look of the car. I've also got this Quattro badge which sticks down the bottom to stick on, so I'll stick that on and then show you what it looks like with that. So that is what the Quattro badging now looks like on the front grille. I mean, it's all right, it's free, it came with the kit anyway. I'm very tempted to buy some gloss black ones to replace these, but let me know in the comments, what do you think? The next thing I want to improve about what I've done with the front grille is actually to do with the license plate holder. I don't want it there altogether, so we're going to start by getting rid of it, because it's just held in with cable ties. That's one. That's two. So I've actually ordered a brand new license plate anyway, just so that it looks super fresh. But the key difference, rather than using the number plate holder that came with the kit, I bought these online separately. And essentially what these are like a stealth kit. So you can attach them onto the license plate with the sticky part, and then they're kind of like a squishy plastic that will fit into the honeycomb part and hold it in place. But I could easily just give it a hard pull and it will come out. That way I can still take photos and videos without the license plate being there essentially. Now what I think it's actually going to be easier to do is stick these into the honeycomb grille parts first and then see where that would line up on the license plate. There we go. With the stickiness ready to go, this is the moment of truth. If I give you a centre view, you'll be able to see whether or not it's straight, and I can see it's currently not. This should be pretty satisfying.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the finished look for the front of the TT now, with the front grille, the kind of hidden license plate holders, and also the Quattro badging down the bottom. Let me know down in the comments, what did you think? And I have to give a shout out to Charlie as well, because I couldn't have got this done without him. So make sure you go and follow on his channel as well. But that is it for this video. I will catch you in the next one. The under tray is connected to the bumper. The bumper.
I literally just did that in my head.
Great minds think alike.
Fools rarely differ.